A lot of writers are afraid of or dismissive of story structure. But let me put your mind at ease. Story structure is necessary for writing, and you're already thinking about it before you even start a project. If you are considering writing a novel or a screenplay or a memoir, you're already thinking about structure because each of those forms is a thing in itself. It is a form. You're taking an idea and you're putting it into some kind of a structure to tell a story. You know this already. It's going to be a novel. It's going to be a screenplay. It's going to be a memoir. You already have an idea of its form, which means somewhere in the back of your mind, you know there's going to be a structure to it. For some reason, the word story structure, it really throws writers off, probably because it seems complex. Writers don't really know how to approach it. They've come across too many different theories about how to embed it. They're thinking too much about it rather than following their hearts when they're writing. Most writers, though, know they need something of it, so either they're avoiding it or they're believing that the magic will just take over, the magic of writing will just take over, and they don't want to think about it, or they'll deal with it later. So there's those kinds of things going on. But as I like to say, the easiest way to think about structures first, you're making something, therefore it's going to have some kind of form, aka structure. When somebody perceives whatever you create, they're going to start at the beginning and read through till the end. So your form already has a natural beginning, middle, and end. They're likely not going to open up a book in the middle or start the book at the end, though some people I know like to do those little things. But basically, they're going to start at the beginning and they're going to read through till the end, or they're going to start the movie at the beginning and stay till the end. So there you've got your beginning, middle, end, your basic structure. So if it's not that much of a leap to go to the three acts from that point. Act one for the beginning, act two for the middle, act three for the end. There you go. You got a really basic structure. And most writers know they need some version of this for themselves, however they choose to interpret it. Okay, within each act, things happen, right? Certain things happen at the beginning, other things happen in the middle, and still other things happen at the end of the story. We have these expectations. If I probably put you on the spot, you could say a few things, what they were, what's in the beginning. There's a setup, there's a character that's introduced. We're usually, shown different ways we can care about this character and care about what it is that they want, what they're trying to pursue through the story. And then we run into all the obstacles with them, we run into the problems that they face, and we see them sort of struggle with adversaries and their own inner conflicts, until they usually reach a point of growth where they kind of break through something. They break down, then they break through. And then after that, in Act Three, they may have to face an outer adversary in the form of antagonist, a final test of their inner change, inner resolve, and they'll have to sort of prove that they have changed. They can't just sort of do it behind the scenes, they have to prove it. And Act Three kind of results in a climax, like where you really see this happening and you go, okay, they've done it. The situation is resolved. They're in a better place than they were when they began. There's something that's different. They've changed from the beginning to the end. So those are the basics of story structure, and you can work with them however you want, but there's a pretty common understanding of those phases of story. And if we don't really get those in a story, we feel as if we're missing something. We may not be able to pinpoint quite what it is, but readers and viewers will feel like they're missing something. So you want to have those elements in there, and you want to keep the pace moving and just create a nice flow and a nice form for that story. So it's there. It's what you want to create. It's what you love. You're responding to structure when you love story, and you want to have that in your story. So don't be afraid of it. Don't diminish its importance. Be willing to tackle it, but choose the simplest route that suits you so that you can be free to tell the story you want to tell and not feel constrained by structural limitations or other sorts of craft limitations. But you will be in respect of them. You will be in a position where you can relate to what's required and trust yourself to rise to the occasion of fulfilling those expectations. When they're woven in seamlessly, they seem almost effortless. So you do the hard work behind the scenes, and then when you share your work, it all seems seamless, like there's no other way the story could have unfolded. That's good structure. That's being respectful of structure. That's allowing it, that's tweaking it, that's making it work, and respecting that it needs to be there. as a way of holding up the form that you want to create. So don't be afraid, don't diminish it, and go feel confident to write those novels and the memoirs and screenplays that you're longing to write. Bye for now.